Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Tonight's Puja is coming from Ireland. So let us all settle down and go into meditation. Let's bring our intention inside. We can bow down to Shimadaji. Let's all take Sri Ganesha's mantra 3 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. With our attention in the center heart, let's take the mantra Sri Durga Mata Jagadamba. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Durga Mata Jagadamba Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. So let our attention settle in our Sahasrara at Mother's lotus feet. So now as Sri Mataji arrives, we can all stand up and welcome her and sing Swagata Argata.
बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
Today we have gathered here to do the puja of the Devi. The Devi has many forms, but it's the embodiment of the Shakti. Adi Shakti gives Shakti to all these embodiments. And so there are many goddesses we have. At different times they came on this earth and did all that was necessary for the ascent of people who were seekers. Especially the one we know of, Jagadamba, the Durga. She was trying to protect all the seekers of truth and to destroy all evil forces. Because without the ascent of human beings, they do not know the truth. And that's why whatever they try to do is a mental projection. And this mental projection, if it is not substantiated by truth, by dharma, it declines. In Sanskrit they call it glani. When this glani takes place, then incarnations are born to solve the problem. In all incarnation of the goddess, there have been very much incarnated the satanic forces. They had incarnated and she had to fight with them and destroy them. But this destruction was not for the destruction's sake, that the evil forces are to be destroyed, but evil forces always try to put down the seekers, put down the saints, try to harm them, sometimes even destroy. All these destructive forces do not come at the same time, normally. At different times. It's easy to handle. But the aim of the incarnation is to save, to protect the people who are seekers, because they are the most important people in the realm of spirituality. All others are nothing but dust, good for nothing, useless. If they are not seeking the truth, in the eyes of God, they are just useless lives that have come and will be finished. They have no value, and they have no dignity, they have no understanding of anything. So, in the judgment of the divine love, we have two types of people. One who are seekers of truth, and the another who are not. They may be good people, they may be nice people, they may be doing lot of good work, social work, this work, missionary work, every sort of work they might be doing. But if they are not seeking the truth, then they do not come to that category where God has to incarnate. So try to understand the preciousness, the importance of seekers. And that's what you have been seeking. Very few persons, if you take the percentage of seeker, is very, very wee bit. But it's very important because, say, one little part of gold is much more valuable than bonds of steel. In the same way, a seeker is much more valuable in the growth of spirituality. The whole universe was created, whole atmosphere was built, all the evolution took place for what? That human beings should know the truth. But in the modern atmosphere, it's a very big curse, I think the greatest evil than all the Shumbani Shumbas and all that. The worst of all is materialism. Because materialism makes you gross. In your seeking also when you are rising, subtly that materialism catches you. I've been noticing this. When people come to Sahaja Yoga, right, they are going deep into themselves. They are understanding what I'm saying. All the inner knowledge they want to know, what is called as Atmagyan. Atmagyan means two things: the knowledge about the spirit and knowledge about yourself. All this they find out and they know what it is. This state is the state for which people have been doing all kinds of things, going to the Himalayas, meditating in the cold without much clothes on them, living in the caves with some fruits. All kinds of tapasyas they would do because the seeking was so deep, so urgent, and they could not get out of that force of seeking. But in the modern times, materialism retards that hankering, that dedication. It's maddening for people when they are seekers. I've seen before coming to Sahaja Yoga, people spend a lot of money, go to various places, go to Himalayas, go to Nepal, go to Japan, all over the places they are moving. But after coming to Sahaja Yoga, after they have become the spirits, for the growth of your new awareness, the progress is retarded. Also, one should understand that after so much of running about, you find something so precious, so you settle down and you feel very satisfied about it. That part is all right. But what later? Your growth should not stop. And that stops because because of one of the main reasons is materialism. Because of materialism, your faith in yourself is also less. Now, as you have seen that the gods prayed to the goddess and she came and killed all the negative forces. The reason was the earnest desire of the gods compelled her to take incarnation. Such sincere desire of self that they could not get sometimes food, even water, and they worked so hard for their ascent, which was disturbed by negative forces. So their call was so from the heart, so desperate and genuine and sincere that the goddess had to take birth on this earth to save them, to protect them, to look after them. But as it is, we see, once you have reached a destination, you feel now better settle down. Now, what do we settle down with? If after getting realization you are complete, you are in totality, you are absolutely one with reality, there's nothing to be done. You become a saint. And a saint does not need any advertisement, does not need anything. His message spreads, people see him and know he is a great saint. So many saints did not even leave their houses. A very common saying in India, your takya you should not leave, that the pillow on which you are resting, you should not leave. That was the criteria of a guru. Those who have to seek should come to the gurus and climb up at least 6-7 miles up, and then the guru doesn't meet anyone. He may slap you, he may hit you, he may drop you from that high mountain. He'll take your test by so many ways. Ultimately, he may select one person to give realization. So this hankering, this desperate effort was all the time there. Now, so we come to Sahaja in this modern time. Sometimes I feel that not only Sahaja Yoga is very easy, also it is extremely pampering. You know you have got realization. You all know that you are better than others, that you have got rid of so many problems and that now you have become master of your own. Then the responsibility that you have towards yourself and to your fellow men reduces, because you feel very satisfied with yourself. The other day some Sahajogini rang me up. They ring me up for everything. She said that I went to the doctor and he put radiation and they found I was pregnant, so what should I do about the baby? For such a small thing, they will ask, what should be the name of our son? What is this, what is that? I have to do much more work than any priest has to do. Little things they are worried about. All right. That part is all right. that I have to tell you what is to be done at such a point or what should we do. If they miss the train, they'll telephone to me, Mother, we have missed the train, now what to do? So I have to tell them, all right, give them a bandha. That also I have to tell them. Or supposing their father is sick, he has a heart trouble. Then they'll telephone to me, Mother, my father is sick, he has a heart trouble, he's not a Sahajogi, what can you do about it? So mother has to put attention to his father who is not a Sahajogi. Small things they write to me. Such small things that you can't imagine how they do not understand what I am here for. Still, I have never said that it's a stupid thing to ask me, you should not waste my time, never. But it's to be seen now that if you do not value yourself as realized souls, you cannot value my time also, or what is myself. This incarnation can be wasted completely because of this materialistic attitude. In these modern times, I don't know what's gone wrong with human beings, because the most important thing in your life is to ascend and to grow. Take a big vision of the whole thing. Why this universe was created, why you were created as human beings. What was the need to do all these things? For what is it done? If you have a very big vision of the whole thing, then try to locate your position. Where am I? And then how the divine has selected me. And now I've become a Sahajogi. So now what is my responsibility? That one has to see. But on the contrary, I have seen people who are saying they have a transfer. So they'll telephone and ask whether should we take our chair or not. That shows they have no value about themselves and no value about me. Both ways. Because they are asking such small things, such silly things, that is impossible to understand how could Sahajogis ask such questions. In the perspective we can see the goddess. She comes on this earth in different forms at different times to save the seekers of truth and to work out the ascent of the seekers of truth. Can you imagine? A very big difference in the incarnation of the goddess before Kali Yuga, while now. It's a very different thing that you have come on this earth to become the Sahajogis. You have to have a body, a mind, feelings, everything which is just charged with spirituality, charged with spirituality. Should be normally. Because how many years in the past you have been seeking God? Then that you came here. What a coincidence. But then what is it? When you have such a great advantage that you have come to Sahajoga because of your seeking, and now you have found this satisfaction out of it, what is the responsibility that you have. That the incarnation itself has come on this earth not only to protect you, to nourish you, and to kill the demons. No. She has come on this earth to tell you about everything that is subtler inside, and to tell you what should be your relationship, should be outside as well as inside. You were never connected with truth. You were never connected with this all-pervading power. You were never connected with God Almighty. So, one has to understand that what a great thing has happened, that out of me only this Kundalini has come out, and she has touched these higher centers. How? This was not done. No. They were just protected. They were just looked after. Nowhere it is written that Goddess has given realization to people. Nowhere. She is responsible. She can give. One of her names is that. Not one, but at least 10 names are that she gives you your nirvana, that she gives you your freedom, that she introduces you to liberty. All these things are written, but what's happening now is that people have not yet been able to grasp the value of their life in the modern time. See the way people ask questions. See the way people, the inquiry is on. The way people are worried. Now my child is big. What should I do? What should you do? Child is big, put him to school, do what you like. Mother, will you please tell where to put the child? Then you put the child. Have you seen the school, mother? No, I haven't. Then you go and inspect the school. Imagine Kali Mata doing that. She would have given 2 nice tight slaps, I tell you. Anybody who would have said that, what do you make out of? But to that detailed extent, a motherhood has to work. You wouldn't do that for your own child, I know. But when it comes to children, what are they doing? Still materialistic. Today especially it's a very great day of the Dashera. This is the day when, as you know, Ravana was burnt. Effigies of Ravanas are burnt all over the place. When Sri Rama came, this was done. His victory. But it is victory. It was not that he made Sahajogis or he gave realization. No. His victory was that he killed Ravana. That was done that time for today's preparation, for today's happenings. It was done long time back. That these days will come when people will have proper value system of victory of Sri Rama. But it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Because this incarnation of Mataji Nirmala Devi is very different, very elusive, Mahamaya. So you are left to yourself, do what you like. Whatever you like, you can do it. So they will ask me, Mother, we have a problem. I said, what? We don't know which kind of chairs we should buy. For every small thing, they will refer to Mother. But for important thing, never. Sort of a funny use of the whole thing has started, which is so great, so important is used for something absolutely nonsensical. So see the difference between the incarnations. One incarnation comes on this earth to save the people, to bring them out of the mire of Maya. But another incarnation which has come is not only just to talk about it, but to give you your realization and then to look after your small, small things. So when this lady telephoned and asked me, what should I do? Please, mother, cure me. It's a very different attitude between the bhaktas of those days and the bhaktas of today. There's a very big difference. I said, you never asked me when you did all that, doesn't matter. Now whatever you have done, it's better. I see the child, look after the child, put the child right, everything, but you come along. But then I realized that this woman is so attached to her child. And I telephoned to the leader and he said, it's terrible attachment. It's a terrible attachment to the child. So now from one nonsense to another nonsense. This incarnation has such variety of jobs to be done. I mean, even the 64 kalas, the 64 expertise of Sri Ganesha is not sufficient to solve this. Why is it so complicated? After giving self-realization, it should be a straightforward march towards your goal and towards your growth. But why is it that such a complicated nonsense is all the time bothering you? What do you want? We should ask, what do you want? I want a child. After Sahaja, you should not want anything. Why do you want to have a child? There are so many children. You can look after them. I want goes away. Should go away from your mind that I want this and I want that. This wanting is over now. What you wanted, your self-realization. After that, what has happened is now what I want is more important. And I want that you should become really detached from materialism. That doesn't mean that you should become like Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. No, 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 no. They are not detached. They are very much attached people. But detachment is a state where nothing can bind you. Nothing is important. Most important thing is your spiritual ascent. Nothing can attract you more than this process. This is what exactly is wanted today that Sahajogis should understand. Compared to Sahajogis, what people have gone through. I mean, when I read it, really I feel terrible. Here everything is convenient, come along, enjoy nice food, nice company, it's a festival going on. Everything is property. And if something is missing, I'll be the one who will tell the organizers, what is this, you should have done this, you should have done that. Now, we come to a point where we have to understand what do we want. What's the use of killing Shumbani Shumbas? What's the use of killing these Catholic churches? What's the use? Because you are static. You are glued in one place, no progress. So what's the use of doing all these things all the time and destroying all that negativity? What is the purpose? It's too arbitrary, everybody says, Mother. You have given them permission, you have given them license, so now they are doing the way they are. The other day when girl came to me, her child was very sick. I asked her, do you meditate? She kept quiet. I said, I can make out that you don't meditate because I know what it is. That you don't even meditate. So today's main thing is this is a Dashera day, when the people go cross the boundaries of their villages and bring gold for the parents. That's the story, it is like that. Now what you have to do is to cross the limits of this materialism, this nonsensical, dwarfy force that is working on you, and you have to transcend and bring, as I said, gold. That is untarnishable thing from the borders of Sajuva. How many of you really are in the field of work? How many of you are telling about this to people? What are you doing about it? Why I am talking to you and not to Indians this way? Because their attitude is different. Their attitude is not materialistic, it's spiritual. They want their spiritual ascent, for which they suffer a lot. They go out of the way to do things just to get to that state where they could be easily surrendered. This surrender state has to come. For example, you have a problem, say problem you have no holidays and you want to come for puja, say for I'm just giving an example. Now, if you want to come to puja, you just come. Not only you will get job, but you might get promotion. But you have no faith in your ascent. You have no faith that you are the chosen one. This is what is missing because of materialism. Recently, in America, we have a very great Sajogi, Dev Dambi. I told him, Dev, you better take over as the leader of America, because this gentleman is not all right and you better take over. Immediately he said, all right, mother. Now he lives in Honolulu. Our programs and everything are done through LA, Los Angeles. And it looked quite strange that I should ask him to come down and work there. Now, where are we? We are the people who have been blessed with all the powers. We have been blessed. But we don't want to practice. We don't want to find out what powers we have. Worried about our own children, worried about what sari we are going to wear, or worried about who is the leader and what should we do about the leadership. All these things are not going to help us. You are not here for that. Try to understand. You are here for becoming the spirit and then to spread the light of the spirit. Nothing matters. Once you start doing that, you'll be amazed the faith works. It's not blind faith. It's not blind faith. You don't have to tell me one. It just works. It's a matter of few days. You might get many results of what you have been hankering out. It's a material, superficial. You might get. But the question remains. Somebody say wants to dedicate his life, so-called, for such. Then what do you do? What do you do if you dedicate? First thing is your faith. You must know how is your faith into anything. You really believe in it or you do not. If you do believe in it, what have you done about it? So at this stage, you have to introspect. What are you doing? What are we to do? How far do we have to go? It's a very, very important time. And you are extremely important souls here sitting down. But if you don't value your own systems and yourself, why should God worry about you? Why should God try to give you ideas? Why should He try to take any interest even in you? Persons of that. So now, I have to just tell you that on this day of this puja, it's such a combination that is the Dashera, I'm here, and also is the, now we can call it the last day of the Devi Puja. We have to see within ourselves, introspect, what have I done for Sajok? Except for looking after my children, cooking for the husband, that's all. Men can also think the same way. What have we done? What have we done for Sajoga? Just, I want to meet politicians, I want to meet this person, I want to meet that person. For what? They should come and meet you. But your faith in yourself is very weak. I think that's the main reason for all this fall is faith in yourself. This faith is such a thing that you know it is. You have seen my photographs. You are convinced about it. There's nothing to be convinced. But this faith is not one with your heart. It is not just with your being, it's outside. All right, mother will do that, mother will solve this, mother will do this. But whole thing is now, to me, looks like that I have to compulsorily tell you to do some sort of a tapasya. You ask somebody, do you meditate? No, mother. Very plain. No, mother, we don't. So what are you doing here? There's some pain in my knees, so I've come to. All right. But I don't meditate. I'm very honest. I don't meditate. I just have some pain in the knees, please cure it. I don't meditate. How many of you really meditate every night? Widow said that, mother, if you tell like this, they'll say, all right, in the night we do, but not in the morning. Because mother, I said, do it in the night. There's no earnestness. There's no expected any kind of a enthusiasm about it. All right, if not today, we'll see tomorrow. Mother says like that, it's not necessary, it's not important, it's all right. So you satisfy yourself. But who is the loser? Not me. I don't need surgery. Do I? I am doing all the tapasya for your surgery. What about you people doing some tapasya about it? So now, what I am trying to say that you have got your realization. Now you have reached a great state of understanding also of the inner knowledge and also about your connection with the Spirit and with the God Almighty. All this you know now, many things you know. Despite that, it's not yet what it should be from your heart, from your earnest desire. It doesn't help at all anyone to deceive oneself. Never. So I'm not saying something for XYZ. I'm saying for all of you. Don't try to cheat yourself. You are here with such a great purpose. This purpose is corrective and is the freedom of our minds from all these nonsensical destructive forces, and then to spread it all over, talk about it. My own conviction is this, that something has to happen to such yogis to realize how important it is to work out something that is within us, which is potential, which is just about to bubble out. It is responsibility. Whether you are a Jew, a Christian or anything, makes no difference. It is all outside. But what you have to do, that you have come into a new realm of awareness, into a new realm of a higher life, where you know all your inner self, you know all about what is good and what is not. Everything, after knowing all this, also if you do not grow, then whom will you blame? So now, we come to a point to understand the importance of this Kali Yuga, where your mother is here to help you and also to look after you very tenderly, sweetly, to tell you everything. Actually, I cannot get angry with anyone for more than 1 minute. So, explain to you sweetly what you should have done and which you can do, which you have to do. All these things I would have been telling you all the time. I have been bringing you round very sweetly and explaining to you and telling you that this is your own power which is within you and which you have to look after and raise it, and also you have got so many books or ways of understanding that. But this inner knowledge which you have is something like this, that I have an inner knowledge about, say, about how to build these things, but I don't do it. It's as simple as that. I just don't do it. I have the inner knowledge, all right. I am a PhD, but I am mad. It's like that. So many people mentally very well equipped in Sahaja Yoga, I know. But as far as the following of Sahaja Yoga is concerned, they are not there. So I am warning you now. It's like Christ has said, some seeds which are sprouted fell on the street and dried out and died. Now the judgment is going on all the time. When I'm talking to you, it's all the judgment is going on. So every night you have to meditate and you have to then think about what have you done tonight, today, the whole day, what have you achieved. But so calculating that. Supposing I go there at 5 o'clock, then I have to be back at 7, otherwise I will miss the point, I will not see this person, that person. So, everything works like that. With the time, with the importance of nonsensical things. Well, what has to work is your faith. That I am going to do things which are truthful, which are sensible, down to earth, and I am going to keep myself absolutely, extremely free, and I am going to look after not only my inner being, but the inner beings of others. Today's special puja is really of more of right side, I would say. Dashera is the right side puja, because you worship Sri Rama and his bow and everything. But think of this incarnation. 14 years he went to jail. For a particular reason he went there. I mean, if somebody has to go even for 1 year, it's a headache. It's not a jail, but it's, we can call in the forest that he went, it was like a jail to him. He was a king's son, he had no place to live, to sleep. Everywhere he went, he had to build his own little hut. So he went there. He had to do it. Why? Why did he do it? Because he had faith in himself. He is Sri Rama. And he has to jolly well do these things. He had faith in himself. And he had faith in God Almighty that whatever he is doing as a will of God. And that is what I have to do. Finished. I don't care whether I have to face Ravana or I have to face this or that. I don't care. I am a Sahaja Yogi. I don't care. My job is to spread Sahaja Yoga, all right? My job is to cleanse myself up and know myself. This is my work, my job, and this is what I have to do. I'm not bothered if I get admission in the school or not. I'm not bothered if somebody has to go by plane so he gets a ticket or not. You just won't believe that you show your faith in yourself, you'll get the admission, you'll get the ticket, whatever you want is there. It's all there. You don't have to strive for it, you don't have to bother for it. It's just there. It is, all my life, it has been happening. Of course, my faith is like solid, like Gibraltar, I have no question. Because I know what I am, and I know what I am supposed to do. So for me, I have no problem. All the faith, and I know everyone, and I can say that I can make out a flying bird. May not show that. Sometimes I may say, all right, this is good, this, that. But I know for definite what I am and what I have to do. In the same way, you have to know about yourself, because it's a different category of people you are. You are not the ones who need protection from God, who need protection from the mother. No. You have to give protections to others. You see, you have to give light to others. You have to show them the path. So you are here for that purpose, not for getting a house or what you call income tax concession. You're not that for. All that nonsense you forget. Jolly well they'll have to give you concession. I live like that, absolutely. I'm not bothered when I'm traveling, whether there's a ticket or not, whether there is what you call a seat or not. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered at all. All right, I'm traveling. I don't even think I'm traveling. I just think that I'm there. That's all. So many things I say which look so bombastic and look so ego-oriented. Like I said that this Catholic Church is about to finish. I said that. If it was somebody else, they'll say perhaps, maybe. Now, so one has to change one's own language, the style, and our understanding should be that we are a rough people. We are rough as far as ourselves are concerned. With others we are kind, tender and sweet. But as far as we are concerned, we are rough. Once it happened, we had a transfer and we went into a house, very big house though, but there was nothing to sleep upon. There was one bed, quite small. My husband was sleeping. He just can't do like that. I said, all right, take a challenge. I slept on the ground. Next day, I had pain in the body. I told my body, behave yourself. Must learn how to sleep on stones also. And for 1 month, I was sleeping on the ground, straight. So you have to be harsh with your body. You have to be harsh with your mind, which gives you ideas of materialism or of retarding your progress in spirituality. Now, escapes, they find out. Ultimately, you come to the last point where you do not think about, say, material life, and you don't think of mental life or so-called these spiritual lives or anything, but you think that it's all right, you are free from it, and now you have become a very, very free person, and you can do what you like. Suppose you reach a state like that. Then you just sit down, oh, I've reached that state, finished. But how are we to believe? What's the proof that you have reached that state? You must show. Doesn't show, but we are. There's a myth also in Sahaja Yoga that senior, he's a very senior Sahaja Yogi. I don't understand. What is this? How can there be seniority in Sahaja Yoga? Cannot be seniority. No question. Somebody, say, enters into the sea. Some are there for ages standing near the edge of the sea, holding on to the earth because they are afraid to swim. And some people who have come only yesterday might be jumping and going ahead and doing, enjoying the sea. So how is it? He's the senior. We do not have this seniority business inside. There's no seniority. There's also another myth. Maybe this is an excuse, I don't know what to say, but it is a very common thing to say that he's a senior Sahaja Yogi or after all, he's a senior Sahaja Yogi. can't understand. Like saying a donkey, this donkey is senior, another donkey is not. Then another thing that we suffer from very much, very common, is this, that mother said so. Anybody will say, oh, your mother said to me, she called me and she said it. What did she say? Oh, you are a very great Sajogi, you are this, you are that, you are that. Now, there are two possibilities. One, I might have said it just to befool him. I'm Mahamaya. Or maybe I must have said all this just to see that pamper his ego so he gets to Sahaja Yoga and does something substantial than to eat my head. So mother said so. Such a great Sahaja such and such, very bombastic words, very bombastic language he would use. And then people, what a Sahaja. So the judgment of a Sahaja doesn't come from what he claims, but what he achieves. I've seen some Sahajogis are extremely arrogant also, extremely arrogant, think no end of themselves. All that is there. So many Sahajogis I've seen of that kind, that they are very, very arrogant and that they try to make a big show out of what great people they are. Humpty Dumptys, as they call it. All right. But what is Sahajogi who is not like that? What is his style is? He'll just watch, he'll witness the whole thing. Just enjoy and laugh at what is happening. What is this man talking like this? What's the sense of his talking like this? A person who is a Sahajogi is a gem. Is a gem. And gem for which you take him to anywhere, to any place, people will say he's a gem. My own style is that when I see a person or see a Sahajogi anywhere, first thing I go inside myself. First thing. I don't know if you can do that, but I can. And then I see that person in a very different perspective and understand. Because all these powers are with you also. It's not my powers only. You all have these powers. But only difference between you and me is that I have all faith in myself and you have no faith in yourself. So, we are at a crossing roads where we have to understand who will go higher and who will go deeper. We have to find out who is the one who is going to achieve something and where am I compared to that person. He said that you have to suffer, you have to do this, you have to do that. Nothing of the kind, by God's grace. Nothing of that kind. So, now, what is it? What will happen to a Sahajogi? How will you know who is a Sahajogi? How will you know who is just putting a lip service? Only way is that you evolve. You become like a mirror and you see for yourself what sort of a person he is. also you see yourself what you are. Today's lecture is is actually absolutely inspired lecture. And it is the one that should tell you that all that we have done today is this, to understand our own values, about our own life. We should understand why are we on this earth, what is our purpose and what we have to achieve. See, this I give you my all blessings from my heart. And I want you to accept my blessings, to be the great lights of God's design. Try to understand what important time you are born and that you have become such good, beautiful people of God. May God bless you. God bless you.
Jai Shri Mataji. Today, Thursday the 14th of October 2021, we, the Irish Collective in Dublin and the World Sangha Online, come together to worship you on the ninth night of Navaratri. Holy Mother, you have always protected us, defeating and destroying all the negative forces that have come up in the past. With our hearts full of gratitude and devotion, we humbly request your permission to offer Puja to you in your form of Sri Siddhi Datri. We ask Sri Ganesha to bless and guide us during the Puja, and we request that all the deities be here present. Holy Mother, please forgive us for any mistakes that we make against protocol. Jai Shri Mataji. So now we'll wash Mother's feet. The children can come up to wash Mother's feet. Sri Ganesha's mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Ganapataye Tvameva Prakasham Prakamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Sarvam
कल्पितं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं वेदं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वमाम् अवक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवनुचामवशिष्यम् अवपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात् अवदक्षिणात् अवचोद्वातात् अवधरात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वं आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो मनोर्यो नमः त्वं चत्वारि आपदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वं इन्द्रस्त्वं अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरं ज्ञानादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः अर्धेन ग्रसितं तारेण युक्तम् एकत्वमनुस्वरूपं गकारो पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारः शान्तिरूपम् बिन्दुरुद्ररूपम् नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः शैषा गणेशविद्या गणगणेशिः निश्चितगायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं गदं च वरदं हस्ते बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो गणपतये नमो गणपतये नमः गणपतये नमस्ते अस्तुलम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्ते नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
Sanskrit 16. Sanskrit 11. offer Punchamrut. Hindi 5.
तो तेरी कृपा हो जाए हम पर। तू है नित्य लीला विनोदी, तू है नित्य लीला विनोदी। जय हो तेरे ही गुण गाते हैं, तुझको नित दिन गाते हैं। तेरे ही गुण गाते हैं, तुझको नित दिन गाते हैं। तेरी शरण में आए हम, तू है सारे जगत की जननी, तू है सारे जगत की जननी। तू है पुनरा पूजा पुण्यलभ्य विश्वरूपा, तू है माधवी भगवती शोभना सुलभागती। तू है पाशहस्ती प्रशक्ति धर्मानुकल्पाकृति। तू है निष्कामा निर्विकल्पा वीरमाता विश्वकर्मा। तू तेरी कृपा हो जाए हम पर। तू है भवानी विश्व साक्षी, तू है भवानी विश्व साक्षी। जय हो तेरे ही गुण गाते हैं, तुझको नित दिन गाते हैं। तेरे ही गुण गाते हैं, तुझको नित दिन गाते हैं। तेरी शरण में आए हम, तू है सारे जगत की जननी, तू है सारे जगत की जननी। तू है निर्मदा नित्य रूपा अगला वीर समर्चिता। तू है विश्वकर्मा नित रूपा निर्भय समुद्रा। तू है श्री सदाशिवा श्री महारानी विजया मुंजानी रागा। तू है ससलज्जा निर्ममा भक्ति पुष्टि योगदा। तू है शरदायिनी धनरूपिणी राक्षसनी निष्परिग्रहा। तो तेरी कृपा हो जाए हम पर। तू है वरद शुक्र प्रसवी, तू है वरद शुक्र प्रसवी। जय हो तेरे ही गुण गाते हैं, तुझको नित दिन गाते हैं। तेरे ही गुण गाते हैं, तुझको नित दिन गाते हैं। तेरी शरण में आए हम, तू है सारे जगत की जननी, तू है सारे जगत की जननी, तू है सारे जगत की जननी, तू है सारे जगत की जननी।
Hindi 98. So now we'll start Gauri Puja. Hindi 91.
Eire
So now we'll start the Devi Puja. We can take the mantra, the Sri Siddhi Datri, together. Om Tvameva Sasha Sri Siddhi Datri Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
So, this is the chapter 13 of the Devi Mahatmya, read on the ninth night of Navaratri. The bestowing of boons to King Surtha and the merchant. The Rishi said, I have now narrated to you, O King, this sublime poem of the glory of the Devi. The Devi is endowed with such majestic power. By her, this world is upheld. Knowledge is similarly conferred by her, the elusive power of Bhagwan Vishnu. By her yourself, this merchant and other men of discrimination are being deluded, and others were deluded in the past and will be deluded in the future. O great King, take refuge in her, the Supreme Ishwari. She indeed, when worshipped, bestows on men enjoyment, heaven, and final release from transmigration. Markandeya said to his disciple Bhaguri, O great sage, King Suratha, who had become despondent due to his excessive attachment and deprivation of his kingdom, and the merchant, having heard his speech, prostrated before the illustrious Rishi of severe penances and immediately prepared to perform austerities. Both the king and the merchant, in order to obtain a vision of Amba, stationed themselves on the sandbank of a river and practiced penances, chanting the supreme Devi Suktam, hymn to the Devi. Having made an earthen image of Devi on the sand of the river, they both worshipped her with flowers, incense, fire, and libation of water. Now abstaining from food and now restraining in their food, with their minds on her and with concentration, they both offered sacrifices sprinkled with blood drawn from their own bodies. When they, with controlled minds, propitiated her thus for 3 years, Chandika, the upholder of the world, was well pleased and spoke to them in the visible form. The Devi said, What you solicit, O King, and you, O family's pride, receive all that from me. Well pleased, I bestow those to you both. Markandeya said, Then the king chose a kingdom imperishable even in another life, and in this life itself, his own kingdom wherein the power of his enemies is destroyed by force. Then the wise merchant also, whose mind was full of dispassion for the world, chose the knowledge which removes attachments in the form of mine and I. The Devi said, O king, after slaying your foes, in a few days you shall obtain your own kingdom, and it shall last with you there. And when you are dead, you shall gain another birth from the Devi Vivaswata, son, and shall be a Manu, lawgiver, on earth by name Shavarni. O best of merchants, I grant you the boon which you have desired of me. Supreme knowledge shall be yours for your self-realization. Markandeya said, having thus granted them both the desired boons, the Devi disappeared forthwith as they were extolling her with devotion. Having thus gained the boon from the Devi, Suratha, the foremost of Kshatriyas, shall obtain a new birth through Surya and of his wife Savarna, and shall be the Manu, eighth named Savarni, shall be the Manu named Savarni. Here ends the 13th chapter called the bestowing of boons to Suratha and the Vaisa of Devi Mahatmya in Markandeya Puran during the period of Savarni the Manu. Here ends the Devi Mahatmya of 700 mantras. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Maharaj. Okay, so we now offer flowers and oti. Hindi 33. 33. Sanskrit too. Marathi 11.
Satari Nirmalai
We can all stand now for Arti. Jai Shri Mataji, everyone. We've come to the end of tonight's puja, and we'll put some music on if you'd like to meditate for longer. So I hope everyone has a lovely evening. Jai Shri Mataji.